Hello everybody, I'm Kate from the Centennial Park Branch Library, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to turn your lovely Huichoi beaded flowers into earrings. To do that, we are going to employ some hardware. We're going to use primarily these jump rings. So you can see that I have a small pair of pliers. They don't have to be fancy, anything will work. I have my small and my large Huichoi beaded flowers. I have my French hook earring, and then I have my 8-link piece of chain and my 2-link piece of chain, and then I have 3 jump rings. And it's these jump rings that are the critical piece of hardware here. So let's look at the jump ring. So if you can see in this one, when you hold on to your jump rings to open them, you want to have the opening at the very top. Let's see if I can get it so you can see that. Up a little bit, it looks like. All right, so here is the top of your jump ring, the opening. So on one side, I'm going to use my pliers, my small pliers, and then on the other side, I'm just going to use my fingers. And I'm going to open the jump ring back and forth this way. I'm not going to open them where I'm spreading the opening out to the side. I'm going to go back and forth. And the reason for that is if you open your jump ring where you're spreading the opening outwards side to side, it's going to break down the metal, and this will never retain a circular shape, and it will not last very long. It'll break pretty quickly. So let me show you how to do that. So here's our jump ring, and I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to bring this side towards me, and I'm going to push outward with this side, and we're going to open the jump ring. I'm going to get it nice and open. There you go. All right. And I'm going to start with the small flower. So I'm going to add my small flower to the jump ring, and you can go through any petal that you want to. It doesn't matter which one. So I'm going to add my petal onto my jump ring, and then the small 2-link piece of chain goes with the small flower. So I'm going to add one of the links here to the jump ring like that. And you can see I have the chain on there. Whoops, I just tossed it off. So we have the chain on there, and then you have your small flower loaded onto your jump ring. There we go. And now we're going to close the jump ring, and we're going to do it in the same way that we opened it, just in reverse. So, and again, we're going to go back and forth this way, not spread it or close it outward side to side. So here we go. We're going to close those ends, bring those ends close together. And it won't be perfect. It just needs to be pretty closed enough so that your other pieces don't come off of the jump ring. All right, so there's our jump ring. There's our small flower, and it's all ready to load onto the earring. So we're going to do the same thing with the big flower. We're going to open up our jump ring, going back and forth instead of side to side. So I'm going to open that jump ring. I'm going to add the flower, the large flower. I'm going to go through any petal, doesn't matter which one. And I'm going to add the 8-link piece of chain. So there I have both of those things added to my jump ring. And now I'm going to close my jump ring. Just going to do what I did before in reverse. Try to get those two ends as close together as we can. And you do have to fuss with them a little bit sometimes. And I always kind of like to give them an extra squeeze to harden the metal a little bit. So there we have our small and large flowers all ready to go. They're on their chain. So now we're going to add both of the flowers and the earring wire onto our 3rd jump ring. So we're going to open the jump ring, and again we're going back and forth instead of side to side. So we're going to open that jump ring, And then I'm going to add the top link of the small chain and the top link of the big chain, just like that, onto the jump ring. And then I'm going to add the earring wire, and it's this little piece right here. It's going to go right onto the jump ring. And now we're going to close the jump ring. Just get it as close as you can. And then, like I say, I always like to give it a little extra squeeze, harden the metal. And that is it. So here is your lovely Huichoi earring. All right. Thanks for joining me today, and I really appreciate your interest in the beading programs, and I hope you had a lot of fun making the Huichoi flower earrings, and I hope you make a lot more. Have fun and have a great day.